Hey friend, it is Kate here. Thank you so much for jumping on my channel and even more importantly for joining me for our New Year's challenge. I cannot believe we're already this far along. Now today we are working on hips, or actually this whole week we're working on hips, glutes, legs. Our lower body is getting all the love and attention. Instead of doing a yoga class on our Tuesday, which is what I've been doing the past 2 weeks, we are going to do a barre class because what better way to work our tushies and our legs than a lovely barre class. I would suggest if you know you need to work on your balance or you need a little help there, to maybe position yourself near a wall or a chair or a countertop. However, if you don't have something like that nearby and you keep falling over in class, smile, laugh at yourself. Know that's part of our challenge, that's part of our class, and it's totally fine to wipe out now and then. I fall over all the time. So, with or without yourself next to a wall or a chair, let's go ahead, roll out your mat, and get started. Okay friend, we are going to start standing on our mat with our feet about hip distance apart. Let your fingertips dangle by your side, and let's take a moment to check in. How are we feeling? Maybe a little stronger since the new year began, maybe a little sore from yesterday, who knows? Either way though, pull the tummy in, kind of cinch your waist like your belt got tighter, lift up and out, reach your ears a little higher, actively reach your fingertips down to the ground. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, dip your chin to your chest, bend your knees, and slowly start to forward fold. As you forward fold with our feet hip distance apart, do you notice if your knees are knocking together, kind of falling away? I want them pointing directly in the same line as your toes, so we're in a parallel stance. Now find that easy forward fold. Sometimes I get to forward fold and it just feels oh so good and I can just hang out here for a while. Some days it feels a little tighter than others. It's okay no matter what. You can always bend the knees deeper. You can always lift up a little higher if that's better for you. But relax the neck, nod the head yes and no. Pause and then sway the hips a little right and left. Maybe start to circle them around kind of like a figure 8. And then come back to center. Push down into your feet. Pull your belly button away from your thighs as you roll yourself all the way up to standing. Arrive upright. Take a big inhale. Again, chin to chest. Bend the knees. Roll yourself down. Let the fingertips dangle. Let the head fall to the floor. Take that easy sway. Move the body however feels best. Come back center, push into your feet, roll it on up. Not gonna lie, that's feeling particularly nice in my back today. One final time, roll it down. Fingertips dangle, head reaches for the floor. Look through your legs behind you. A couple of times here, I want you to bend and straighten the legs. You may or may not straighten the legs all the way. When I bend and straighten my legs in a forward fold, I'm thinking about my sitting bones. The more I point my sitting bones down to the ground and round, the bigger of a stretch I feel through my lower back. The more that I push my sitting bones up to the sky as I straighten, the more I feel it through my hamstring. So I get a nice little low back stretch right here. I get a nice hamstring stretch at this moment. Last time, bend. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Arrive at the top of your mat and pause. Again, belly button and shoulders broad, head high. We're going to wake our hips up a little more. Hands can come to our hips, off to the side, whatever feels best. But I want you to pick up a knee and kind of swirl it around, one foot and the other foot. And it doesn't really have to be about a perfect kind of pose. It's not like those circles we were doing yesterday on our hands and our knees. It's more about just creating mobility and still kind of waking up the hips. Now this is going to feel weird, but we're going to go opposite. So out to in, out to in. That might be a little bit of a mind teaser for us, but that's okay. If you fall over, that's okay too. I do that all the time. Last one. All right, my friends. Now we are going to start with our legs parallel. So think about pulling your inner thighs together, belly button in, and bring the shoulders right over the chest. Lift your head a little higher. We're gonna take our hands out wide. Now, holding your hands up is a lot on the upper body just to hold them there. So even though this is a low body focus, we might feel a little upper body today, and that's okay. You can always drop them if you need to. We're simply gonna wake our low body up with some little parallel plies. I just want you to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Take it at your own pace. What I don't want to happen are your knees to fall away from each other. I am zipping up my inner thighs. I'm really squeezing my inner thighs together the entire time I go down and up. Unlike in our little chair from the week 1, yeah, we're not gonna pitch forward when we do a plie. Unlike a chair in a yoga pose, our chest stays over our hips. Now we're gonna add our arms in. We're gonna bring our arms together, reach them out. Bring them together, reach it out. For 3 and 2. Last one, stay right here in your little plie. Pull the navel in, lift your head up a little higher. Soften the shoulders down the back. And from here, can you lift up your right heel and press the right heel down? Lift up your left heel, press the left heel down. We're simply going to lift and lower each heel, slow and steady, trying to keep the arms upright. Almost pretend there's a little tabletop in front of you that you're actively pressing down into, that you're lifting your heart, your sternum up to that space between your arms. One more. Now from here, I want you to lift your right heel up and pause. We're in kind of a little forced arch on that right foot, belly button in, and we're going to go a little lower and then right back up to the starting spot. So teeny plie, teeny lift. Little down, little up. Little down, little up. For 3 and 2. Last 1. Drop your right heel, lift your left, same thing other side. Down and up, down and up. For 3 and 2. Last 1. Set both heels down, stand tall. Now from here, we're going to take our hands off to the side. If they're parallel and your palms are facing down, because that makes more sense, that's great. If you want to do more of a ballet arm and open them up, that's great too. We're going to take a first position. Now you might hear some instructors say it's very important that your heels touch. That's not me. What is important to me is that your inner thighs touch as you stand upright. What's also important is that we do not do our Beyonce booty. Pull the navel in, lift your head high, find that length in your body, and we'll do our same little sequence. Little plie, zip up the inner thighs. Now, unlike when we were in parallel, obviously our knees kind of move away from each other, but we go down and up, down and up. If you have your arms like me in our lovely little second position, our elbows should be pointing backwards and our fingertips lightly reaching away. Down and up, down and up. Now bring the arms together, reach them open. Together, reach them open. If they're parallel like we were before, that's okay too. But with the arms, or if it's just too much, you can just keep them off to the side too. That's perfectly fine. Down, zip up the legs. Down, zip up the legs. For 3 and 2. Last one. Hold it right there. Lift out of the waist. Did you dump into your Beyonce booty? Pull that navel in, lift up out of the waist. Pick up your right heel, forced arch, push it down. Pick up the left foot, push it down. You should almost feel a little stretch through the ball of your foot as you lift and lower. Notice as I lift and lower my heels, hopefully anyway, my head's not bobbing up and down. I'm trying as much as I can to keep it in place, to keep my shoulders, my chest still, and exclusively move just the heels. Now the next time that we go to pick up our right heel, keep it there. We're going to do that little tiny plie and then back up. Tiny bend, tiny lift, tiny bend, tiny lift. For 4 and 3, 2 more. Last one. Pause. Drop the right heel, lift the left. Same thing other side. Down and up. Little down, little up. Tiny down, tiny up. For 4 and 3, 2 more. Last one. Good. Set both heels down, stand tall. I'm going to turn to face you. You can face whatever direction feels best to you. Hands can be on our hips if we need to give our arms a break, or we can again take them off and away, pointing the elbows back, kind of lifting up from underneath the arms. I want you to point your right toe away from you. If you kind of fell over to one side, as much as you can you think about lifting your left ear up to the sky, turning on all the muscles on that side of the body. Now simply from here, all I want to do is take a big inhale. As you exhale, lift up your foot, touch it down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. For 3 and 2, lift, pause. Hold it right there. Flex and point. Flex and point. Reach the heel away, point the toe. Heel away, point the toe. For 3 and 2, flex, pause. If you need to hold on to something, that's okay. If you fall over, that's okay too. Can you rotate your leg to parallel? Bring it back in. Now this should feel familiar from yesterday, except most of yesterday we started in parallel and went to turned out. This time we're doing the opposite. Last time. Now I want you to turn the toes back up and pause. Pull your navel up and in as much as you can. Point the toe. And can you touch your toe to your ankle? Point the knee away. If you wiggle wobble like I am, that's okay. That's half the fun. Take a big deep inhale. Big breath out. Set the foot on the floor. Shake anything out you need to. Shake out your arms if you need to. You are doing fabulous. Reach your left foot or the right if you did the other side. Up and away. Grow long out your standing side. Knit the ribs together. Find that length, especially through your low back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, pick up the toe, drop it down. Exhale, pick it up, drop it down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And don't think of this so much as like a kick of the leg. We want to lift. There should almost be kind of a tiny pause there. You should feel very stable. I tone my tummy. I drop. I cinch my waist. I drop. I'm squeezing my foot so hard the entire time here. Last time, lift up the foot, hold. Flex and point. Flex and point. Are you slumping over on your right side? Can you stand up taller? 2 more. Last one, flex, pause. Hold it there. Now rotate open, rotate close. I said it the wrong way, didn't I? That's all right. Toe forward, toe up. And while our rotation, it looks like it's the knee and the toe, we know it's coming way up in that ball and socket joint. We're using all of those muscles, all of those great big glute muscles. 2 more. Last one, rotate open, pause, point the toe, bring it to your ankle, stand taller out the right side. Take a big inhale. Let it go. Shake anything out you need to. You're doing fabulous. We're going to stay in our lovely little first position turned out. Seal the inner thighs together. Take the hands out once more. Point your right toe away. Turn on all the muscles in your leg like you are reaching your toe as far away from your body as possible. And once more, we're going to bend our knee and pull our toe to our ankle. If we fall over, it's okay. If you need to hold on to something, it's okay. But from here, we're going to bring our toe up as high as we can towards our knee. If it doesn't go all the way, no big deal. But let it rise up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now single counts. Can we go up and down, up and down, up and down for 4 and 3, 2 more. Last one, drop it down, relax, shake it out, wiggle. Give yourself a little pat if you need to. You are doing fabulous. Hands out and away. Left toe or opposite foot away. Find the length in your body. Find all of that muscles nice and active. Reach your foot further away. And then find the beginning of our position. We just pull our toe in. We open our knee wide. We stand taller through the right side or the standing supporting side. And then slow we go. 4, 3, 2, 1, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, again, 4, 3, 2, 1, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, last one, 4, 3, 2, 1, singles, up and down, lift and lower, 4 and 3, 2 more, last one, drop it down, reach the toe away, find your first position, stand tall, stand straight, take the hands down in front of you, elbows wide, reach your hands all the way out in front of you. We're gonna lift high onto our toes, go up and down, up and down. As you lift and lower, still think about your inner thighs squeezing towards one another, pulling the navel up and in. There we go. We're gonna add our arms. Open, now close and open. Close and open. Seal the inner thighs together every time the heels touch. Stand taller every time the heels come back down to the floor. 2 more. Last one. Hold. Belly button in, head high. Pull that tummy in. Squeeze your butt so hard. Take your arms slow and steady out and away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Close. 4, 3, 2, 1, open, 4, 3, 2, 1, close, 4, 3, 2, 1, open, 4, 3, 2, 1, close, 4, 3, 2, 1, last time, open, last time, close, hold it there, stand tall, stand straight, take a great big full inhale. Let it go. You're doing wonderful. Come to the back edge of your mat. Stand tall and straight again. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big inhale. Again, dip your chin to your chest. Bend your knees. Slowly roll all the way down into your forward fold. What feels different since when we started class? Maybe we feel a little more tired. That's okay if we do. Maybe your forward fold's a little deeper than it was before. Sway the hips again, right and left. Nod the head. Now take your hands to the tops of your shins. Press into your shins. Push your head forward. Now I do not want us to arch our back here and strain looking up, but instead reach your head forward like I'm standing in front of you and I'm pulling your ears. And then take a big inhale. Can you straighten just your right leg? It might feel better to bring your hand up to your thigh than on your shin at this point. I push my hip a little further back. I bend my left knee a little bit more, and I want you to think about lifting or kind of sticking your right butt cheek up to the sky. This is one of the only times I would say, go ahead and try and Beyonce booty. You might get a little deeper stretch to the back of the hamstring. Big inhale. Exhale, bend both knees. Drop into your forward fold again. Head is heavy. Shake it yes or no. Nod it left and right. And then again, hands to shins. Start with that half lift. Belly button in, shoulders broad. And then begin to straighten your left leg. And again, you might take your left hand to your left thigh at this point. I am not like jamming into my hip, but there's a light little kind of push into my left side with my left hand. And again, the more I bend my right knee and kind of stick my left booty up to the sky, the bigger of a stretch I feel. Take a big inhale. Bend both knees, drop back down into your forward fold. And then go ahead and crawl out to a great big downward facing dog. If we're not in the mood for dog today, that's okay. You could do this at the wall. That is perfectly fine. Think about hugging your inner thighs together, shining your sitting bones up to the sky. Pull your inner arms towards your ears, but slide the shoulders back down to the mat or down to your back as you do so. And then start to pedal through the feet a little. Sway the hips. And now you're going to look forward, and I want you to bring your right knee to touch your right wrist and point your toe to your left side and sink back into a pigeon pose. We're all a little bit different. Your pigeon might look a little, different than mine, and that's okay. I also think it's very nice in my own hips to lightly sway side to side. I'm not bouncing, I'm not really like jerking my body, but just a small bit of movement so I can see, where do I want to settle? Does it feel better to kind of lean forward and push the front of my left psoas towards my right heel? Does it feel better to drop my right sitting bone down to the mat? Do you want to crawl your hands back towards your body, lifting your head and chest up, maybe even finding a little spinal extension? Or do you want to absolutely recline onto the mat? There is no right or wrong. Each pose, especially when it comes to stretching, is really about safely finding what feels best for you. If things aren't hurting, most likely you're going to be fine. Sometimes we get these ideas that you have to do it exactly the way the instructor is, but the fact is we have different proportions. Our bodies are built differently, and so we do not have to look alike. Now, when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and push up to our downward facing dog. I just tuck my back toe and step into that downward facing dog. Again, shining my sitting bones high, maybe bending my knees to kind of push my booty up a little higher. And then look forward. Bring your left knee to touch your left wrist. Point your toe to your other side and sink back. Ooh, and you might find one side's a little more intense than the other. If you've taken classes with me, you know that I say it's not a good side and a bad side, but a good side and a side of opportunity. We all have opportunities to grow, to develop more strength, more flexibility, to be a little kinder to different parts of our body so we relieve pain and tension. Personally, for me, I know I have to be kinder to my right hip. And that helps both my hip and my knee feel better when I do more foam rolling on that side. And again, maybe we want to walk back, lift up. Maybe you want to lean forward and totally let your head hit the mat. But pigeon is usually a lot of people's favorites, or one of your favorites. Although if it's not for you, it's okay, no big deal. I'm not gonna lie, I could probably stay here for a while, but you probably don't want to just hang out with me in pigeon all day. So go ahead, instead of leaning back into our downward facing dog, just lean over to your left side. Take both feet out in front of you. Go ahead and take your feet together and allow your knees to melt away from you. We do not want to jam our knees down, but instead hold on to your shins or whatever part of your body you can hold on to. Our proportions, as I mentioned, are different. Roll the shoulders back, lift the head up higher. Take a big, deep, full inhale. As you exhale, dip your chin to your chest, lean back, round, almost like we're doing a Pilates C curve. Take another big inhale. Round forward towards your toes. You might go deeper or more shallow than I am. And then roll yourself all the way up to a seat. My friends, as always, give yourself a pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I cannot believe we are already this far along. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow.